All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tim Cantori. I'm here covering the war, the maelstrom of war from the 41st millennia. We're in a pretty little part of the territory called the Waltonium Run. It might not be big, it might just be a small sliver of space, but there is a heated battle going all over the territories, mostly due to the vital shipping lanes that the Imperium uses to support their front lines. So, as the fires of war burn, we would like to thank you for your support. Ladies and gentlemen, push the button. All right, folks, so here's where we're at. The current standings at the end of the first month of our games of play. There's been an overwhelming number of people in here playing, a ton of games. It's been awesome. I was blown away. So, as you can see from our team, from our leaderboard that we keep up here at the shop, the Tyranids are obviously winning. Their overwhelming swarm is devouring all of the opportunists and Imperium that cross their path. Currently, the Imperium is in last place, but only by 2 points. You know, that's not even hardly worth mentioning. The opportunists have a score of 60 currently, and I would like to give honorable mention to RJ, who has 28 campaign points, the most that anybody's earned. Also, all of the folks that have managed all of their successful battles with only one loss apiece. RJ, congratulations. Travis, that giant swarm of monster bugs. Anthony and Tao and Sam is doing well as well. Also, I know there are a couple other people, like Clayton only has one loss, but you only came one time. And the guy, Bryce and Mason, that started on Saturday only had 2 games apiece, so I didn't include you guys in there. It wasn't because I was trying to be anything like that. Okay, that'll be where we're at. Okay, so one of the things that we're doing this time, we have, as I was combing through the numbers, wins and losses and points accumulated and all of this, we tabulated and tallied, and with science chose 4 people. There will be 2 designated special matches. At some point, sooner the better, you're fine. We would like Troy Davis to battle Randy Hatcher, Adeptus Mechanicus against his Iron Hand, and Mike Standaland, I would like you to battle Eric and his Tau. Poor Eric's only gotten to fight me and RJ, and we need to broaden that guy's horizons. So those games will be for a specific and picked mission, and there will be a special mystery objective that you will be battling for. And when you guys do those, the winner will not only get his mystery bonus, but he will also gain a bonus for his entire team as well. That will be all explained later after those games are played. I'm not going to tell you what the mystery bonuses are, but I mean, it's a bonus and it's a mystery, so that makes sense. All right, guys. So there are going to be some awards and changes at the end of phase 1 as we go into this 2,000 point section. Kind of what I'm going to do, or what we're going to do is, well, the rewards for first place. So the forces of the Great Devourer automatically get to mark 2 of the new units when they expand their army for greatness. Those are, like I said, new units. They aren't units that you've been developing currently in your however many point army you had. Some people have up to 1,600 points in their battle roster already, even though we were playing currently up to 1,500 points. So now, proceeding on to 2,000, you keep those points that you purchased or won in any specific mission, and you get a free bump to 1,000 points on your base army. So everyone at minimum for free has 2,000 points access in their roster. If you were someone who decided to spend money or bump up the size of your Crusade roster, you get to keep that. If you were at 14, you go to 24. If you were at 16, you go to 26. Currently, the cap on games is at 2,000 points. So the Forces of the Great Devourer get to mark 2 of their new units for greatness, and once per game they get to add +1 to a leadership, battle shock, or desperate breakout test. That's once per game for the next phase. Changes to try and stem the tide of the Tyranids flooding the system and the Forces of the Great Devourer. There will be minor changes made to 2 of the standard agendas found in the core rulebook. One of those being eradicate the swarm, because you are trying to eradicate the swarm, all of you Imperium and Opportunist troops out there picking on these poor little bugs. Basically what will happen is if you choose eradicate the swarm as your secondary agenda, that agenda will function normally. For every XP tally you get at the end of the game, you get to select 1 unit that gained at least 1 or more experience point tallies from your eradicate the swarm agenda and mark it for greatness. So you basically get an extra marked for greatness, but you have to take eradicate the swarm. Some games that's going to be awesome. Some games you're not going to get it. It is what it is. Secondary. This one's leaning a little bit more for the Tyranids. I know technically they're in a point of advantage right now, but who knows? That might change. You never know with any given day. So the other one is Swarm the Planet, which is kind of equivalent to the, in standard match play, it's like the all quarters one. So if you have 2 table quarters, you get 1 point of biomass. If you have 4 table quarters, you get 2 points of biomass. Now that doesn't apply to everyone, obviously, that's a Tyranid only thing, but as well, each unit that you elect to collect experience for this mission gets 1 extra experience point. I think it's either 2 or 3, and so it would be 3 or 4, whichever that is. Those are going to be the changed agendas and the winner's bonus for phase 1. All right, go ahead and push the button. All right, so not only were there some changes to our basic agendas, and the bonuses provided to our team for winning their first place trophy, or first place in phase 1, I'm also going to introduce 2 new objectives. They're similar to agendas, but they're going to work differently. Basically, they're going to be tallied in the scorebook. I put 2 new tabs in each page, or in the book on pages. One will control the tally for one, and one will control the tally for the other. It is, I'm going to say it probably a couple times, but make sure you record your tallies for those objectives in there, because those rewards are going to be something you really friggin' want. There's one that's friggin' awesome. It's going to piss everybody else off, and you're going to love having it. And there's one that everybody's going to kind of laugh because it's going to suck to have it. So make sure that you are keeping your team's tallies up to date. The first objective is going to be break their spirit, because that is pretty much what we're trying to do as we come flooding into your Imperium space, trying to displace all of you opportunists and Imperium forces. We are trying to break your spirit. So each time a unit is killed, one of your units or one of your opponent's units, they will take. I'm going to call it a battle shock test because it's rolling like a battle shock test, but it doesn't have. It's not battle shock. It's not an out of action test. It's just to see if you take a tally. So you will roll a battle shock test for that unit, -1 for each model that was killed in that. The ending attack that killed that unit. So say I have a squad of 20 Hormigons, and 5 of them are killed, 6 of them are killed, 7 of them are killed. That leaves me with 2 Hormigons, right? My unit's still there. Say that unit gets killed, right? I will roll a battle shock test -2 for the 2 remaining Hormigons that were slain in the final blow. If I fail that test, it's a 1 tally mark, will go under the break their spirit chart, and all of those throughout the entire second phase will be tallied at the end, and there will be a break their spirit punishment or bonus that will be awarded to one team. The second one is cut off their heads. Off with their heads, like the Queen of Hearts. Each enemy character killed, you will add 1 point to your tally. If it is a Warlord or Titanic, you will add 2 points to the tally. So for cut off their heads, you're recording 1 tally for every character kill, 2 if it is a Warlord or Titanic. These team objectives will have individual rewards that will be unlocked at the end of phase 2, and they will be in effect for phase 3. And again, those are pretty stellar and can be possibly game altering benefits and punishments. So make sure that you keep up on the tally, because you don't want to give control of your fate over to someone else. All right, go ahead and push the button. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I promised you a special breaking news update with live interviews. So here we have the Gene Stealers represented in person, and they have something they would like to say to you.
I found out, the Tyranids, every single time we meet, you kill us every single time, and you eat us for lunch. I'm tired of it, honestly. Very tired. So I'm done. I'm just done. I'm done with the Tyranids.
What are you doing?
We're going to the Opportunists.
Oh, no.
No more 69. It's going away.
Wait.
I don't know how many points I had, so I'm 14. So I'm not equipped for math. I'm only equipped for revolution.
77.
So 69 going down
So
to
55.
55.
Yeah. So unfortunately, the Tyranids, starting phase 2, are no longer in first place. It appears that the Opportunists, who hadn't had a chance, it looked like, suddenly came from behind and sprang to victory. That's 74. We're close.
watching everything.
Nope, you're doing great.
You
So,
can't push button.
the only thing I have to say to that is, can you smell what the Tyranids are cooking? It's time to snap into a Space Marine. Push the button.